Welcome to Frosthaven Law. This is Crimson Blades, and today we are going to take a look at the founding of Frosthaven. If you enjoy this content, please hit like and subscribe, and we thank you for your support.
In the early days, few expeditions had been sent north, and they had always deemed the land too inhospitable if they ever returned at all. Year after year, however, the pressure to expand continued to grow. Eventually, the Merchants Guild decided it would be worth the gamble to build another port to the Eastern Ocean that was closer by land to the capital of White Oak. Their goal was to discover potentially untapped resources in the Great Expanse. Others suggested that founding a new settlement would be in keeping with the Great Oak's religious mandate of growth and expansion. Furthermore, there were rumors that the small quattrille contingent of the Merchants Guild lobbied heavily for northern expansion, citing something about ancient ruins in the area. The board was set. The Merchants Guild invested an unprecedented amount of gold in setting up a proper outpost in the north as a foothold for their expansion. They sent 300 soldiers and workers into those frozen lands, with 40 wagon carts full of food, supplies, and construction materials. And so, Frosthaven was founded in the year 1954 LO and became the only outpost in the harsh northern region of the continent. Over the course of that summer, the guild continued to support the expedition with additional supplies as they built up the town. There had been a few scuffles with the native races, but they had been fended off easily. When the winter came, however, the Imperial Pass froze over, cutting Frosthaven off from the capital. This came as no surprise. The guild was confident the town could survive the winter on its own. However, they were unprepared for what was to come. Over the long winter, the Algox struck hard. After a few exploratory raids while the town was being built, they decided to wait until the heart of winter to launch their deadly full-force assaults. By the time the pass reopened at the end of winter, the town was in shambles, and most of its residents were dead. More importantly, for the Merchants Guild, they hadn't found any resources of value up north. The guild sent more builders, soldiers, and supplies to support the town, but progress was slow. Frosthaven was becoming a significant money sink, which did not sit well with the guild members or the citizens of White Oak. This cycle continued for the next 4 years. Every summer, the guild would send soldiers and supplies, and then every winter, all the progress would get erased in a storm of ice and blood. Each year, fewer supplies were sent up north as enthusiasm for the project waned. Frosthaven transformed from a symbol of hope into a heavy weight dragging down all involved. It soon became a place to send troublemakers and undesirables, a posting considered to be heavy punishment, a sentence that you would likely not survive. After 5 years, almost everyone from the original expedition was dead. The titles of Mayor and Captain of the Guard had changed hands so frequently that no one was willing to accept the responsibility. One soldier, however, who had been there since the beginning and seen all the horrors that the North could conjure up, decided that something needed to be done, that real leadership was needed in order for the outpost's remaining inhabitants to survive. This soldier, Satha, claimed the role of both mayor and captain of the guard, and fought as hard as she could to keep everyone alive through one more winter. Frosthaven would need great warriors and leaders to survive the coming winter, and this, at least, was a start. When the pass melts once again, the Merchants Guild will try one last time to breathe life into the dying outpost. They were not going to try very hard. There had been so much unrest in the White Oak of late that sending another citizen to die up north would be unacceptable, no matter how much they deserve it. The guild thought about sending prisoners and convicts, but that would probably destroy the settlement completely, and would be worse than sending nothing at all. No, their last resort was to hire a band of mercenaries, a sad collection of down-on-their-luck sellswords with nowhere else to go. If that did not work, they would pull the plug on the whole failed experiment and leave everyone out there to die in the cold. As the mercenaries marched north, their fates were sealed. Harried by vicious and mysterious threats on all sides, Frosthaven is on the brink of destruction. Can these haunted wanderers fight back the invaders and build a thriving community? Or will the frost claim it all?
We hope you've enjoyed this episode of Frosthaven Lore, exploring the world created by Isaac Childres. Thank you so much for taking this journey with us. Please remember to like and subscribe so we can make more of these for you. Take care and see you next time.